All right. Marvel Snap, May 2026, card review. Oh, good. Alright. So here's the release schedule. Upward one. Uh, right. The ordering of the cards is going to be a bit weird because I was using it based on an old schedule, and this is like the updated one, or it might not be. I'm not sure, but this is the latest one I've seen. So, yeah, yeah. So, I've actually come up with a star system this time, so I'm not doing like vibes only. So 1 star's the vanillas, 2 stars are bad cards, 3 stars are mediocre, 4 stars are good, and 5 stars are just defining cards in some way, like meta defining or like creativity defining. It's a bit loose on the definition. Not all 5-star cards will be actually 5 stars in like terms of being meta competitive. But yeah, and if it's somehow a 0-star card, it means that running it with support, it's not going to be worth. It's replaceable by a vanilla card. That's what I mean by it. It's like old Kang. Running Abomination would be straight up better than that in most circumstances. So let's go on to the first card. Shadowlands Daredevil. On the reveal, shuffle 3 demons into your deck. Whenever you draw a card with 6 or more power, this gains 2 power. I've given it a 4 out of 5 stars. With the main, I've put the synergies here as Cersei, Ares, and Thaddeus Ross, and the Scar and Wilson Whisk. That's not how you say that. It's Wilson Fisk, not Wilson Whisk. I've Ares. Thaddeus Ross works for me best because he's obviously drawing you like 10 power cards, and so he kind of counteracts the downside of Shadowlands Daredevil. But yeah, Cersei other big card stuff, Ares other big card stuff. It's just general big card stuff, big power card stuff. Little Timmy decks. And I've also got Wilson Fisk here because he's giving you a good way to get out high power cards early. I mean, the main issue with this is that shuffling 3 demons into your deck, depending on the deck, just makes your deck worse. Right. And I mean, it's kind of like a C6 code card, except for the fact that he fucks up C6, sorry, with his power gain. And it's just a bit confusing. I'm still giving it 5 out of 5 stars, but I think it'll be good to a degree, but it might not be as good as I think it is. It might just be a mid card. And it's a bit awkward, because the 3 demons is nice. Like, demons are nice with like Hood, but shuffling them into your deck, putting 3 vanilla 1/6s into your deck is just not really the best thing to do in the world. Maybe it's like I don't know, like hand. I don't know if this works in Victoria hand. It might do, but yeah, I don't know. But it's just a bit awkward card design because it makes your deck worse. Depending on the deck. I mean, if you got like a shit deck and then it's actually where the demons are better than your regular draw, it's like, oh, amazing. But yeah. So it's also a bit awkward with this because the demons technically make him worse because they take up draws that could be 10 power cards. Yeah. It's like I don't know. It also doesn't work that well with Scar. I don't know where I've gone with this, but I mean, you don't technically benefit from drawing the 10 power cards. Anyway, next card, Wilson Fisk. This costs 3 if you have the highest power card in play. 3 out of 5 stars. Probably should be higher. Maybe not. I mean, it's a bit awkward. I mean, you can definitely surprise people with it, you know. And if you got like a Maximus or Ebony Moore, you know, that kind of stuff. Which I haven't mentioned there, but Ebony Moore would probably be quite nice with him. With like a War Machine as well. Let you get down a 3-9, which is quite nice. Mean Sinji's Iron Patriot, you know, Punisher, War Machine, Galactus First Steps. Just basically cards that prioritize you having high power cards, you winning, and like by transitive property having the highest power card in play. It's a decent card. It might not be a good card, or it's probably not. At worst, it's a 3-star card. It might be a 4-star card, I'm not really sure. But, you know, it's just generally good. It's like, yeah, it's just flexible. And a 3-9 is quite nice, you know. Like Abomination's a 5. It's got the same stat as Abomination, but it's got lift costing 3. That's nice. You know. I don't really know where I'm going with this. But a generically good card. Maybe not. Just in the star system where I call generically good cards 4-star. It's a card. It's probably is. It should be 4. If I'm calling it good. But generically good card. Maybe not me. Maybe not good, you know. I've got this up already. Cause this is probably better than Shaman instead when I've given a 4-star. Alright, I've just massively undervalued this card. Alright, that's fine. I also have iPad style cards, you know, I don't work with vision. Just like an easier way to contest things. I mean, they're less like good to work with, but it's fine. I mean, this works with Shadowlands Daredevil, ironically. Yeah, not ironically, I mentioned it earlier. Except, Demons 6 power is quite nice to have. And it's like, this triggers the effect. Yeah. And also like Crossbones, because more stuff with that. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip going. Don't have much to say about. Like a War Machine! God, this is a moment in them comics. Should not have happened. But I digress. 4 out of 5 stars. Mason, she's Iron Page, First Steps Collectors, Crossbones, so she had power cards, generic. Iron Patriot, like, style card, win the game, win the locations, get +1 energy. I mean, it's pretty nice. I mean, the only concern is, we have to get them down first, so, and it's probably quite telegraphed actually. Especially if the opponent can see that location that you've marked. They must do, or else that's incredibly overpowered. But, like, this is probably really telegraphed. Like if not, type. Like, it's one of those type cards. With objective, you know, you have to, like. By the way, I like this card. It's fun. You know, +1 energy is always fun. You get to, work with, in a style of winning location style cards. Like Iron Patriot and that kind of stuff, and like Crossbones. I mean, if the opponent manages to let you get punish you down on the location that you've marked and let you win there. But that's quite good for you. Because then you can get crossbows down on that location. And then it gets out of control. Because now you've got 12 power down on turn 3. That's quite nice. I think marking an empty location, I understand why they've done that. But at the same time, it's kind of funny to think that this guy, you get screwed up by Central Park and other cards that add stuff to your locations. Because then there's no empty location for him to mark. I think that's quite funny. Honestly, I feel like if I use it, I'm gonna get hit by that at least once. I've got Central Parks and I draw my War Machine, Punisher, and I just don't get him. Alright, next card, Muse. I'm not a fan. I put him at 2.5. I had him at 2 originally. I've moved him up a little bit. Another common theme about this set is that I've put them all as mediocre. None of them are downright bad cards. Like bad cards, but they're below average, and I think Muse is the epitome of this. Because a 3/12 is good in theory, and it is good generally, but in regular destroy, this card doesn't have a place. It's a 3-cost card that doesn't progress your win condition, which is destroying your cards. And you have to, destroying a card at each location is, that's an investment, considering you're usually piling stuff down if you're trying to Venom Carnage, I've bumped it up because of Weapon X and Killmonger and Squirrel Girl, because that's their cards. That brand of destroy really likes destroying everything at all locations, and Muse fits in there quite nicely. If they have a flex spot, I don't know if they do, but considering that package is that core of 4 cards with the 3 main synergies and Death Stack tacked on is quite alright already. Yeah. And a 3/12 is a good Venom. Good Venom fodder. But my issue with this is that if we go back to Wilson Fisk, I'm not gonna go back to him. But if we go back to Wilson Fisk, he's a 3/9 on his day when you have the highest power card down. You have to Muse is 3/9 if you kill 2 cards at 2 separate locations, and with the potential to go up to a 3/12. And how good is that? Well, I don't think that's very good. To be honest, it's conditional. World Child's a 2/9, I think. Maybe it's a 2/7. I think it's a 2/9. Honestly, I can't remember. It's 2 something high power. Maybe it's a 2/8. Probably is a 2/8. That's a 2/8 on its day, and then they're still progressing what they want to do. Well, in sense of destroying a card and discarding a card is far easier than destroying a card at 2 separate locations outside the right circumstances of Killmonger. Maybe Nimrod. Actually, Nimrod would be good for him. Yeah, I'm thinking about that now. Maybe I've hastened. But Nimrod he'll probably do well with Nimrod, but I digress. Like some weird Weapon X Nimrods in it combo. But he's just not worth the investment, I think. He's if you destroy a card, he's a 2/6. If you destroy 2 cards at 2 separate locations, he's a 2/9. Deathlocks a 3/5 on base, and he destroys a card. What would you want to run over that? Over Deathlock? No. Not really, because he's not destroying anything. He's just saying there, Venom fodder at best, And it's probably better Venom fodders if you actually go looking for it. Or if you even want to, have a Venom fodder, you probably usually don't. The best place for him is Weapon X, Killmonger, Squirrel stuff. Because then he comes to 3/12 with these. But in almost every other version of the story, he's just not going to be worth it. So he's below average. He genuinely might just be a bad card if they don't have any. If Weapon X Killmonger Squirrel, but the Weapon X Destroy doesn't actually have a flex spot. Even then, it relies on Weapon X being good at the time. I don't know how good he is right now. I haven't seen him in a while. Probably because of new toy syndrome wearing off. But he's just a card that sucks generically. I'll be honest. He should maybe use a 2-star because he's just not got a place for him. Unfortunately for him. But anyway, next card. Kari! Total 5 stars as well. Another 2-star card I raced originally, but I've grown a little bit. Basically, he's gone up 0.5 because of Nightmare. Basically. But obviously means energy affliction because you actually need that to play him, if the deck gets popular, Luke Cage becomes a must play tag card. That's the worst part about him. That's the issue with all affliction decks. Because you actually have to run anti-Younger, you actually have to run anti-Luke Cage tech for that. And it's a bit rough. But anyway, obviously Nightmare works with him, turns him into something else, Ironically, he does make Nightmare a bit worse for your 4 stars because he adds another bad hit for it. But anyway, and also Horseman Polaris because he's a big static guy for Polaris to hit. There's not really much to say. A 4-12 is nice. It is nice, but Luke Cage hurts him a lot. To be honest, he makes Luke Cage better because no one really wants to deal with a 4/12. Yeah, I don't know how many flex spots Affliction has. You might know if they're making it to Affliction. He probably does because a 4/12 is nice, but a 4/12 in this economy is actually not. For Affliction, at least, might not even be worth it. Yeah. There's really not much to say, he's just a vanilla card. He is essentially just a vanilla card. With a stipulation. Which powers Toy Flame Mary? I can't remember if it's 4 or 11 or 12. Yeah, I can't remember. But ever so slightly better than Typhoid Mary. In Nightmare decks if she's 11. Anyway, Lady Bullseye. Alright. On reveal, afflict the random enemy card with -2 power. Repeat to a different enemy card for each unspent enemy this turn. I'm assuming it's hitting a different enemy instead of just piling on one guy. So I've given it 4 out of 5 stars. Sunlord got nerfed. Yeah, right, yeah. I was going to do it 2 days ago. Right after the the OCA came out, that might have actually hurt this car a little bit. Because, I mean, Sunlord's still quite good. He's not dead yet. You know. But he's less annoying to play against, man. I don't like the OCA anyway. But, you know. This is a Sunlord card. Helps you win games. And it's probably boost the Sunlord decks a little bit, because this is quite a good effect. I mean, at most, I'm assuming you can't hit. Actually, you might be able to hit the same guy more than once if it goes to if it doesn't like mark out someone else after they've got hit by the thing that doesn't get removed from the possible targets. So this still might be good. Probably is still quite good. This is good, yeah. High Affliction, skip energy, you know. Regular Affliction, you know, I'm sure they can like just like maybe they can't spare it, but -2 power is quite good. I mean, it's just obviously energy Sunspot, that's like floating energy and for kill, so I like adding more energy to the pool that you can chuck out. Generically good card. Good card. What was I gonna say? Right, yeah. Due to how the game works, and like, or at least how my interpretation of Affliction works, but for each, this is like what is it? Even if you float it, it's a 2/4. If you float one energy, it's a 2/4. That's good. I mean, it's a 2/4. Actually, generically, it's a 2/6 if you float one energy, because she does the afflict around the energy with -2 power just on rip. You know, I'm sure there's some Wong decks, like Wong into Sunlord into Lady Bullseye. Yeah. Just like doing infinite negative reflection. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Probably would be quite funny to play with, not against, obviously. And then get shot down by Luke Cage, you know, that's just how it is with Affliction. Yeah. I like it. Next card. Karen Page. Ooh. 3 out of 5 stars. On if you'll give one of your 1, 2, and 3 cost cards plus 2 power. Means then she's Wong, Maverick, Zoo. Then it's also like a Wiccan type card, because then you play it on. If you go 1, 2, and 3 down, then that's like easy targets on 4 with Wiccan if you don't draw Wiccan. Just like a card of all time. I'm gonna see. That's me. I don't really have much to say. It's probably better than a 3-star. There's no. The issue. This season got like mechanical flavouring. To be honest. Or at least in my opinion. Because these are just generic effects. It's not like last season where we had. Or the season before where we had like a bunch of different stuff going on. That was like super cool. We've kind of gone back into complexity. I don't really have much to say. I mean, this is what, a 411 on with in Wiccan. Technically, that's really nice actually. Yeah, I mean, it's probably better than a 3 out of 5 stars. To be honest, I might have underrated. I might have like probably have underrated. She's probably better than Shadowlands Devil to think about it in like with Wiccan specifically. And then I don't know, Wong, Maverick, Zoo, you know, Zoo get down like what is it? I don't know. Get Buffy Squirrel. I don't know. He actually doesn't work that well, does he? But Maverick's like a good target. Maverick's like a generic free cost card that likes to be buffed. You know? Yeah, I don't have much to say. Next one, Stick. On the field, if next card you play power equal to this card's power. Ratings 4 out of 5 stars, main synergies 4 with Maverick, Sea Galacti. Other synergies, hand buff, deck buff, Wong, Shuri. I like this card. I've learnt my lesson from Maverick, and this is a Maverick with quick play, where he's not a dead draw on turn 6. If you don't have Magic up. I like him. I mean, what is it? I mean, he's worse to Shuri than, Z Galacti. But, what is it? He's just generically good, honestly. Maybe he's a 4 out of 5 stars, I'm really not sure. But, you just forge him, Maverick him, Z Galacti. I mean, it works with Wong, which is like the main benefit over Maverick, but obviously he costs 1 more. But if you're using like Sarah, Shuri. I mean, if you Sarah, Wong, Shuri, Stick. Actually, I'm thinking of a playline right now. That's not really nonsense. That's kind of nonsensical. But if you get Magic down, and then you play Wong, and then you play Shuri, and then you play Stick, and then you play Z Galacti, then you kind of just win the game. That's like the Giganuts combo. I mean, he's got the same stats as Maverick, so maybe he's not as good in some aspects. But one reveals are stronger than activates. Classically, because of Wong being super good. Obviously, he works a hand buff, deck buff. Make it anything to make him stronger. Just generically good. In fact, we've seen this. We've seen this before. There's really not much to say. Most cards of this type. I mean, Maverick's good, obviously. This genuine. This is an expensive, possibly better Maverick. The trade-off's real. Well, anyway. I mean, he's not a dead draw on turn 6. Unlike Maverick, which is like better, kinda. He doesn't work with Surfer, which is like which is like a downside to that. But in Z Galacti decks, if you use Wong if you're using Wong in that, then it makes him way better. Yeah. Anyway, here's the underview. Shadowlands Daredevil 4 out of 5 stars. Wilson Fisk 3 out of 5 stars. Punisher War Machine 4 stars. That doesn't say 4 out of 5 stars. Whoops. Muse 3 out of 5 stars. Not 3 out of 5. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Kari 2.5 out of 5 stars. Lady Bullseye 4 out of 5 stars. Rampage 3 out of 5 stars. Stick 4 out of 5 stars. Overall set rating is 3 stars, with the average rating, if you take the mean, it's 3.4. So it's better than average, But, I mean, it probably should be higher if I bump up Karen Page and Wilson Fisk a bit. But half a point, half a star. That would bump it up to 3.6 if my maths is correct. But anyway, final rankings best to worst. Stick in the best. I mean, it's a bit contentious between Lady Bullseye and Stick. Because, I mean, it depends on if the one cost for the on-reveal trade-off is real for Stick. EJ might not be good. If that's too slow for him, or if he gets outclassed by Maverick, despite the fact that on-reveals are better than activates. Yeah. Lady Bullseye, generically good card. Actually super good card, to be honest. Maybe not 4.5, because I'm she's pretty close to 4, both of them are quite close to 4.5s, but they might have like some issues towards them. And it's Punisher, War Machine, Charlotte's Daredevil, and it's Karen Page, and then Wilson's Fisk, and then Ikari, and then Muse. I mean the middle three, Charlotte's Daredevil, Karen Page, Wilson Fisk. In hindsight, after thinking about them, talking about them, maybe Shadowlands Daredevil, Karen Page, Wilson Fisk, maybe that order should be jumped up a bit. And it's more likely that these three probably do converge towards a 3.5 in general. And it's quite close with that. And it's a big drop off towards Ikari and Muse. Especially with Muse at the end. Which might just genuinely be a bad card. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll probably be around to review the June season, which I've seen. I haven't seen them change the Jeff the Baby Dolphin card yet, and that's probably a 5-star card. Just a little bit of spoilers. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month, hopefully. Maybe not. Yeah. And also the season's not over yet, so I can't judge the cards from my last card review yet. I haven't seen many of them, to be honest. Maybe I'm not in the right game. Maybe I'm not playing enough. But I've barely seen any of them, which isn't a good sign, to be honest. But yeah, bye.